Hi, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here at the Ruttenberg Library. Come to you this Friday for a Friday Reads. Been a couple weeks since I talked to you. Last week, I just didn't do one last week. A, I was busy, and B, I didn't have anything new for you. It was going to be like the same video 3 weeks in a row, and I just didn't think you wanted to listen to that. So, sorry about skipping last week. So this will be Friday Reads for over these last 2 weeks and then into the next week what we're looking at doing. And my life been like I told you in the last one that I did, life has picked up pace. Got baseball going. The last video for Friday Reads, I told you we'd had a couple weeks of practice and everything was going well, and here we are 2 weeks later and we've got 5 games under our belts and we are at 3-2, having a good season. I had one rain out last Friday. Got a game tonight, a game tomorrow morning, so we're full of games. I sent you a picture on the Instagram showing our field. We got a beautiful, beautiful field. I should have got the picture once everything was all lined and everything. Matter of fact, that picture still had the mats down from when we practice, so we don't tear up the batting boxes and stuff. But we've got a beautiful field. We always get awarded by the state as one of the top fields in southwest Iowa, so we're pretty proud of that. But last night was a beautiful night for baseball, and the boys did very, very well and avenged a loss from last week. We typically don't play a team 2 weeks in a row like that. It's usually spaced out. We'll play them twice, but spaced out over the season. But because of the shortened season with the virus and everything, we had to play them back-to-back weeks, and so we've gotten two wins this week, hopefully a third tonight, and then we'll roll into tomorrow morning, and we'll see, though. So anyway, that's been my life, just baseball, 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 anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day down at the ball field on game days, and 2 to 3 hours on a practice day, so it just keeps me busy. But here's the good news. We got something in the mail, I think it was last week, may have been 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. But I got the July-August Archaeology Magazine. And so there's my newest addition to the Archaeology Magazine, and I haven't got to flip through it. Matter of fact, I put it in my bag to flip through on the bus ride to some of our away games, and I haven't even done that yet. Sometimes anymore, I used to read on the bus when I was younger, and anymore as I'm older, I get sick to my stomach when I'm reading, so I don't even know why I put it in my bag, but just in case. But anyway, top magazine articles, exploring Constantinople's great cathedral, how clothes made the Maya, earliest secret societies, masters of the Silk Road. It's got some stuff on Chinese donkey polo, Viking, Ragnarok, runestone, Neanderthal crafting, Roman boats on the Danube, Normandy. This is the one I really want to look at. Normandy, unearthing the legacy of D-Day, because some of that stuff's really neat. But anyway, like I said, I haven't had a chance to get into it yet, but it's going to be a good one, I think. So that came in the mail. Now here's the huge news of the week. I spent the week really working on finishing the Bully Pulpit, and this is a big book, 750 pages of text, 910 pages total, and it's just a really big book. It was very good. I do plan on giving you my full thoughts on this a little bit later. We're doing a group read, a group discussion on this, and so I don't really want to do a book review until that's all finished. But I got my stuff done. It's been very interesting listening to the people in the group read, the read along, because they've just got all kinds of opinions that I just didn't think about. I don't always sit on the same side of the political spectrum, but it doesn't mean I can't respect their opinion. And I do. It's very interesting. They've opened my eyes to some things I just didn't think about. And that's been really good for my reading. But the whole book is comparing Theodore Roosevelt and William Taft and their first of all, early on in their politics, and then on through as Roosevelt becomes president, and and Taft is put into the cabinet, and then later Taft, of course, becomes the president. And Taft had always wanted to be the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, but they kept giving him other jobs, and so he had to kind of put his dream on hold, and he does fulfill that dream. And then the other part of the book, it's Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, and the golden age of journalism. So it's showing McClure's, S.S. McClure's staff of writers with Baker and Stephens and Tarbell and White, and how they really had an impact on the progressive movement at the turn of the century. And it was very interesting how these guys affected journalism and journalism affected them. It's a really neat look at that, very neat comparison. And I thought Doris Kearns Goodwin did a good job, in my opinion. I think she did a good job, and like I said, I'll give you more thoughts on that a little bit later, but it was nice to get this finished. I've been reading it all month, and it was starting to drive me crazy. Now, I mean, I like the book, but when I get into a book and it takes me that long, a lot of times I put it down. Matter of fact, if I wasn't doing the read aloud, I probably would have, or read along, excuse me, I probably would have put the thing down and then came back to it, next summer or something. So it's probably good I was doing the read along, because I did get it finished. But it was a good book. It was a good book. Just because it takes a long time doesn't mean it's not a good book. It was a good book. All right, so that continues the good news, because now I can finish The Drifters, which I've been talking about for a long time now. As you can see, I've got it down to 100 pages, and I should get this done this weekend. I read 50, 60 pages this morning. I imagine I'll be able to read the same over the next 2 mornings. And so I should have this done hopefully Sunday or Sunday afternoon. And I'll probably read on it tonight. It's supposed to rain, so I don't know if our game will go, if we'll get both of our games in tonight. So I might have some time to read. But this has been very, very interesting. It's a look at the late 1960s. And the culture and the youth and just that movement by the youth of rebelling to about the politics, the Vietnam issue, drugs, sex, just anything you could think of. Their dreams of what is right and what is wrong. How to fix society. It's been very, very interesting, and I think Michener did a really good job with this book. And yeah, I can't wait to get that finished. And my next one I'm going to go through, and I've told you this before, but I'm going to go through all of Michener's books. That is my ultimate goal. I'm going to try to do those along with my other reads. And so Tales of the South Pacific will be my next one when I get this finished. So something else I started earlier this week, a couple days ago. This book from my book haul. It's a Romanov Fantasy, Life at the Court of Anna Anderson by Francis Welch. And I had started that a couple days ago. I'm just a couple chapters in. I'm not, let's see, I'm on chapter 2. So I did the introduction in chapter 1, so I'm not very far. But I'm looking forward to this book. I think it's going to be very interesting. This is the gal who claims to be Anastasia, who says she did not get killed. I am her. I survived. And in the life that she lived with this alter ego, if you will. And I think it's going to be good. I haven't got far enough to tell you much more than that, but I'm pretty excited about that. And, I mean, I love the cover. Isn't that cool looking? I just like that. I don't know why, but I like that cover. But started that. That'll be a fun read. And then the next serious book I wanted to get, and this will be off of my TBR for the year 2020. It was supposed to be my June TBR, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get this finished this week. Maybe in the next couple weeks, though. Reelecting Lincoln, the battle for the 1864 presidency by John C. Waugh, which I think this is going to be really good. I like John C. Waugh. I love reading about Lincoln. And I just got done reading the election of 1912 between Roosevelt, Taft, and Wilson, and it kind of got me pumped up about reading about a good presidential election. And of course, this one was a good one to read about. I always like reading the 1860 one because that was just pretty exciting. But 1864, that was a battle, and a lot of Lincoln's hopes were all based on how the military did in the field. And anyway, I look forward to this one. This is what I'm going to really hit the next couple weeks alongside Romanov Fantasy. And yeah, and then maybe I can get to those 2 biographies that I was planning on doing in June also. Those are going to be put to July, or the Stonewall. That might be put on the back burner for right at the moment. I might have to come back to that later because I also really want to get the Nixon this next month. The Nixon, Stephen Ambrose's Nixon, the 3rd in the trilogy. I want to get that done before school starts. And so that's my reading life right now, BookTube. I hope this has been enlightening. I can't say it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has helped you, with a look into my reading life. Sorry I didn't get a video last week. Like I said, I was trying to get that book done so that I didn't do the same video 3 weeks in a row. But anyway, thank you for watching, BookTube. If you have any comments on any of the books that you've read, or you want to just put your 2 cents in, that'd be great. You can leave those down in the comment section down below. Till next time, have a great day.